Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. We are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to give everybody just a few moments to hop on. Text your friend, text your downline, upline, sideline, and have them get on. We're going to go over a lot of stuff today, and I hope you guys have pen and paper. I'm going to help you relaunch your business. You know, you're really excited about coming back, or you might be really apprehensive, knowing that, you know, I need this or I can do it, but not really knowing what to do or how to get back into it. And that's what this is for. So everybody hop on, and once I'm going to see in the group and see how many people we have on, and then we'll proceed. So this will be recorded, so you guys will be able to reference it later. But yeah, hi, good evening. It's late. Let's see. If you guys have any questions, I want you guys to put along the way. So as we're going, if you have questions or concerns, or you want more clarification on the subject, post it in the group. I might address it individually, or I might address it for everybody. It just depends on the context of what's going on. So I think we got some people on. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna get started. So you want to relaunch, whether you completely been MIA for months, or whether you've been around but not really doing anything, or whether you've been around and thinking that you're doing everything that you can but not really getting results. This is for you. I have several things that we're going to go over today. One of the first things that I want to talk about is, if you're deciding you're back, you need to go ahead into eSuite right now, or as soon as you get paid, and pay that $20. It will prompt you as soon as you log on. So, you know, your username is that number that you were given. If you don't know it, contact your diamond leader or your upline or myself, and I can get you that number. If you forgot it, and then you can even do forgot your password if you can't remember that, or you can go ahead and just log in with the password, and then it'll prompt you to pay your $20 so that your eSuite is active. You can't be in eSuite if you, well, you can't do much in eSuite if you haven't paid that. So that would be the first thing, to pay your $20. Then from there, I would have you, then from there, you're gonna need to turn your auto ship back on. Yeah, absolutely. Even if you don't have the money, turn it back on. Turn it on in faith. I know I tell people many times that if you have reps, you have money, and you have to have faith that things that you'll learn from here or from coming to events, that you'll be able to sell those reps, blitz, wrap, repeat, and run that auto ship. And if not, we never turn our auto ship off. You push it back. So push it back a month. I would run it. That would be my suggestion, because 4 wraps in a box, $25 a piece. You can still operate your business as long as you're wrapping people. So we can talk about that. We can talk about how do you find people to wrap. My crowd is not supporting. We can talk about that too. So go in. I suggest putting a box of wraps. Set it between the 1st and 15th if you can. If not, just have it run before the end of the month, this month, January. And put a box of wraps on there. Put at least a box of wraps on there. Theoretically, we should be putting 2 boxes of wraps on there so that you can wrap 8 people and make $200, and you're actually making a profit instead of just making your money back. But go ahead and put that box of wraps on there, and then choose a product that is around 30 BV. It could be anything. It could be your greens on the go. I stuck with greens on the go because I could sell it and I could give it out as samples. And I loved greens. So you can do the regular greens in the tub, or you can do greens on the go. You could do hair, skin, and nails. You could even do lip and eye cream. You just want to do something so that you have that 80 BV set. So that's it. That's the first thing you want to do. Go ahead. Even if you're looking at me on a computer and you have your phone, go ahead and do it. Go pay your $20. And that kind of makes it real. So decide that you're all in, and you're going to step out and make it happen. So action is going to be one of the number one things that you're going to need in this situation. You're going to need to put action to your words. You can say you want to come back, but your actions have to say that as well. So you're going to need to Lock in all the events that are closest to you and put them on your calendar and decide that you need to be there. Events are so important. I mean, like everything. You know, I talk about going to conference and coming back and promoting from Ruby to Diamond. I talk about coming back from conference last year and going from Diamond to Double Diamond, and in 3 months going all the way to Triple Diamond. So events are important. Surrounding yourself by like-minded people keep you motivated. There are days where I just not feeling it, like at all. Like at all. I have those feelings too. It's normal. It's a normal feeling. But when I get around the team, it gives me so much life. It gives me energy. And on the days that they're weak, I'm strong. On the days I'm strong and they're weak, I can give them that oomph that they need to keep going. So going around your family when you're discouraged and they didn't support you anyway, it's probably going to cause you to quit because they weren't supporting you anyways. They're going to be like, I told you so, opposed to you coming around the team who's going to be like, oh, girl, I've been there, but keep going. It's okay today. And they can listen to you in terms of what you're feeling. And yes, those are real feelings, but we have a why. And that why is really important. And so regardless of how hard it gets, that is what your team is there for. That's what the money team is there for, regardless of whether they're making money off of you or not. We're just a family. And so when one person is down, that kind of brings us all down. And so we want to support you. We want to be here for you because we know it's a dog-eat-dog world. And we know that you're not going to have that much support, which will take me to another thing. So events, very important, very, very important, whether it's a one team, one mission in your area, if you're not around the team, whether it's a It Works You, a rap party, a work, grind, wine, just a team meeting, a one-to-one. One-to-ones are huge. One-to-ones are not even all about business. It's more so about connecting on that personal level so you can kind of get to know people personally on your team. So it's not just about business. So definitely make it your business to attend events monthly, because if you're not connected, you're going to fall apart. Another thing aside from events is calls. I always tell people, like, get that game plan checklist and put in alarms in your phone. Like, literally make an alarm. I have an alarm that goes off at 8:55 and at 7:55, depending on which day the call is, 8, 9 o'clock, because I forget, like, we're all busy. And so it'll remind me, like, hey, 5 minutes to call. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever I'm doing, I can finish it up so I can make sure I hop on the call, because those calls are what kept me going. Because hearing those stories, especially on Monday nights, hearing those stories about those people who had similar backgrounds or worse backgrounds, better backgrounds, and hearing how they kept going and how they persevered and they were resilient and they did it, made me realize that I could do it, because you're no better than me and I'm no better than you. So you can do it too. You just have to stay plugged all the way in so that you can stay motivated and encouraged. Encouraged, really important. Moving along, let me make sure I don't have any questions. Make sure I periodically check in here so I can make sure. Okay. Cool. Just want to make sure. So yes, please post your questions so that I can address them along the way while you guys have me on here. You want to stay consistent. Oh, well, let's rewind back, right? So you signed up and you're relaunching. So you're coming back. So it's like, mindset is everything. So you have to completely clear your mind of what other people think, okay? Because they're gonna be like, well, I stopped, but they're gonna be like, well, she wasn't serious. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Who cares? You're coming back and you're gonna kill this thing. So it doesn't matter if they have comments, and if they have comments, that probably means you need to push them on out your circle and love them from a distance, because they're not going to help you get to where you want to be. And you need to surround yourself with us because we understand the struggle. Now, I can't say that I would ever stop, but I understand when people do. Everybody's life is different. And so we welcome you back with open arms, and we're not judging you. So don't feel like you're judged if you start coming back around. No, we're excited to have you back around, and so that you're not missing out on what we're experiencing. We want you to experience this too. So just because your journey looks different doesn't mean that we don't want you around. So come back. We're here. We'll welcome you with open arms and be so excited to help you push forward. And it's just a part of your journey, and your story will be so amazing and so encouraging to let people know that just because you stopped, you paused, whatever, doesn't mean that you cannot succeed. So definitely come back around and be around us, and realize that you have to give this thing a year. So if you're coming back today, your year starts all the way over. Give us a year and it will change your life. So that means a full-on year of you working the business, not stopping, taking a step back, and then 6 months later. No, a full year of giving this business your everything. And I guarantee you it will change your life. No matter if you're having a slow process, if you consistently keep going, it'll eventually, it's going to pick up. Like something is going to click, something is going to change, your seeds are going to start growing, and things are going to change. So a full year, okay, that's 365 days, not 2 months, and you decide it gets hard and you want to stop. Give us a year. And when you feel these feelings, communicate that to us. Tell us. That's what your upline is for. That's what your downline is for. Find your accountability partner, as Ashley and Erica have been talking about a lot in the group. Find you an accountability partner, because that accountability partner doesn't make any money off of you. It's someone that you're just creating a genuine relationship with, and they're just a part of the money team. And you guys can encourage one another and hold each other accountable. Connect with your sidelines, connect with your upline, connect with your downline. The more you connect with people, the harder it'll be to quit. If that kind of makes sense. Like, because you should feel bad. Like, you should feel some type of way if you stop working, when you have these connections with these people and you know that in order to succeed in this business, everybody has to work together, right? So if you quit, you're not only hurting your downline who are looking up to you, and they're like, dang, like she quit. Should I quit too? Like, she the one who brought me in. She told me that we could do this, and she quit. So can I do it? So then they're looking to somebody else. So one, you don't want to let your downline down. You don't want to let your upline down, because they're, are you all in? Can I help you? Can we rock this thing out together? And then you dip on them. It's like, man, like, I'm still here. And if you would have just talked to me, we could work through it. We could talk it out, because I've been there. I'm sure your upline's been there. I'm sure their upline's been there. We've always all been through the discouraging parts. It doesn't matter. We've all been there, whether it's, like I said, family, it could be your friends. Friends are a big one, because you're like, we're buddies. Like, we've been friends forever, and you're not going to support me? Like, it sucks. And so we know exactly how it feels. We know how it feels when parents, when grandparents, when cousins won't buy product. We know. So you have to communicate and talk to us so we can walk you through it, because it's just something that we go through, and GoPro helps with that, which is why it's so important to read that book, because it'll open your eyes about everything that we go through and help you understand the profession. So definitely know that you're affecting them. And then what if you had sidelines? So what if you were running with your sidelines and you guys are depending on each other because you're working together to help your upline promote? Then it's like, oh man, like she dipped on us, and now we gotta find somebody else, and who else am I running with? So just be aware that we all work together and work better together, and you're nothing by yourself. None of us are nothing by ourselves. This is not how this business works. We have to work together. We have to depend on one another. And so don't feel like you're in this alone. You're not. Everybody's feeling that type of way. If you need to put it in the group and have encouragement from other people, then, I mean, so be it. If you need that encouragement, you need it. I would rather you express that so we can be there for you, rather than you just going quiet or dipping off or something like that, because that sucks. Like, that's not why you joined. Everybody has a why. And that leads me to the next thing. We'll move on over to make sure that nobody is asking any questions. So your why, so important. Like, I talk about it all the time, and I'm going to reiterate. Coming back, figure out your new why. It might have changed. It might be the exact same, but figure it out. You need a why that, regardless of an upline, sideline, downline, best friend, cousin, you're not going to quit. You need a why that when you think about it, it brings you to tears. Like, it should literally bring you to tears. I don't know if you guys want to sit here and think about it. Why do you need this business to succeed? Do you think you deserve more out of life, or do you just need the money? A lot of people start because they just need the money. We know in order to make it higher, it has to become more than just money, but a lot of people start just because they need the money. Do you need the money enough? Are you uncomfortable enough in your situation? Really think about it. I mean, sometimes you have to sit there and be like, okay. Because, a lot of times when we're just going through life, we just go. We just go. It don't matter. You're used to the struggle. You're used to the struggle bus, and you just do it every month because that's what you're used to. But you got to actually sit there and think about how every month you don't have no money left over. Every time you go to work and work, I don't know, 40, 80 hours per paycheck, and you have like $100 left to your name for everything after you pay all your bills, like including groceries, or how you don't qualify for food stamps because you make too much money and you still got to feed your kids, or how you got to have gas money, but $100 can't get food and gas. You have to literally sit there and actually bask in it. You have to feel it. You have to feel every single part of it. To the point where it makes you feel an emotion. Your why has to make you feel an emotion. You can be pissed off. That's good enough. You don't have to cry. You can be pissed. Regardless, it has to move your emotions to the point where you want to change it. Where you decide that I can't live like this. Do your kids deserve better? You just found a way. Like, come on. You just found a way to completely change the whole graph of your entire life. And all you have to do is be consistent and work it. It should make you feel some type of way. And as a result, watching other people who are in the same situation that you're in or have been in similar situations as you have been in is more of a motivator. So you have that why, but it'll remind you like, man, she did it, so I can do it too. Like, there's no reason why I can't. It always takes me back to Stephanie Dunn, like going back to the food pantry. Like, she was in food lines. Like, she's a millionaire. She was in like food pantry lines, like standing in line at the food pantry to get food. And she decided that it's not gonna be my life anymore. I'm not gonna do that. You got a kid? Like, I'm teaching my kid that we have to go stand in food pantry lines? Like, you do what you gotta do, but are we gonna change it? Or are we just gonna keep doing the exact same thing every month? Like, do I want my family to grow up and decide that we gotta be on welfare? Do I want that? Or even for the people who it's not money, like it could be time. Do I want my kids to know that all we do is work and we don't spend any time with family? What's the point of life if you're not able to enjoy it with the people that mean so much to you? It has to make you feel like I'm feeling feelings right now. So I hope y'all are feeling feelings too, because it should make you feel something. Like, even though I am where I am, my why is still big. Like, it's really big. And a lot of times my why becomes my team, but I still have my own personal goals, and I want to be debt free. I want to know what that feels like because I can taste it. Like, I can see that it's possible. So why not go get it? Why not go get it? So definitely your why. Write it down. Take your pen, paper, write out that why. Write it out, and I want you to like plaster it on your mirror so you see it every single day. So you're reminded, I can't quit because my why is big. Your why has to be big. It has to be really big. I think I got a question. Oh, okay. No question. Okay, so moving along. Staying consistent. I want to talk about staying consistent. So when you get upset or when people it's not working, you can't stop. You can't. A lot of the books that I read, it talks about how, it's always, and this is real. Like, it might sound so cliche. And I thought a lot of quotes sounded so cliche until I started to develop in my business. And then I was like, oh, that's like real. Like, that's a real quote. Like, I used to just say it because it sounded good, but like, it's real. Like, your breaking point is where your blessing is coming. Like, seriously, like when you feel like, oh, I can't take this anymore. Like, stupid. Like, why am I doing this? That is when your breakthrough comes. Like, that is when everything changes. When you push through that uncertainty, when you push through that aggravating season, when you push through it and persevere, is when you receive the biggest reward of your life. I'm talking about when it's the hardest, when it's just like, I want to quit. Like, fuck this. Throw your phone across the room, throw your bliss cards in the trash, and then get them back out. But when you're or when somebody tells you no, and you like, no, like, you got me messed up. That's mean. Like, don't tell me no. But when you're there, that's when it changes. Like, that is when it all changes. So you have to be consistent through the good and the bad. When stuff happens in your life, when people pass away, when your lights get cut off, when your car gets repossessed, when you don't have any food on the table, when, I don't know, anything. Somebody goes in the hospital, your kids get sick. It doesn't matter what comes on in life, what happens, you have to keep going. And I can speak personally about it. Like, my dad passed away, and I'm telling you, it was Tucker. I'm like, it was bad. Like, it was horrible. But you got to keep going. Why? Because should I lose it all, or should my son suffer because my dad passed away? Would my dad want me to suffer? Would my dad want me to shut down? Would my dad want me not be able to feed my kids? Would my dad want me? I don't have kids, but plural. Would my dad want my life to fall apart because he passed away? But then what's going to happen? Like, how am I going to pick up my business? What am I teaching my team? Like, it's hard, definitely. And you might need a day. I give you that. Everybody grieves differently. But pushing through is what helps you. I'm telling you. Like, when I was a day, I think I saw some of the team the day after my dad passed away. And it was so refreshing just to be around people who cared about me. You go around friends and you realize that they're not really, man, it's business to tell you, like, they're not really your friends. And just to be around people who just genuinely care that you're okay and don't want to see you shut down and don't want to see you lose everything that you already built just because something bad happened in life. Bad things happen. They're gonna happen. You can't stop them. It's inevitable. But you have to keep going, and you have to grow through the pain, and you have to learn more things about yourself, and you have to know that you pushing through your pain is going to help bring somebody else out and let them know that they can do it. So regardless, hospital visits with my son, like, my quotes are awesome, right? But no one really knows about everything that's going on in my life. It might look like it's the bomb, but I still have stuff that happens. I have bumps, I have ups and downs, and you have to keep going because you have a why. So it's something to think about. Pushing through your circumstances helps you. You might not feel like it, but it will help you grow so much, and it'll help you be stronger. And then you help somebody else, because somebody on your team might experience the same thing, and God just put you through it because he knew you were strong enough to deal with it so that you can help somebody else. I'm a firm believer of that. I believe that everything God takes us through is so that we can help somebody else, because he would never put more on you than you can bear. So know that whatever you're going through, God gave it to you for a reason. He believed that you were strong enough to deal with it. So look to him so that he can help you through it. And then do your job to help somebody else go through it and let them know, like, this is not the end of the road. It is sad. And I know you're hurting and you should cry. Like, you should definitely cry. But it doesn't end here. Like, this is not the end of your story. So just know that. Talk to your team. Talk to your upline. Find somebody else on the team that's dealing with the same thing that you're dealing with. Ask. Be like, hey, who is dealing with A, B, and C? Because I need to talk to somebody else who's dealing with this so they can help me push through it. Like, that's what we're here for. That's what the team is for. You never know. Somebody else might need the encouragement just as much as you do. And you guys can encourage one another and push through it because you deserve it. And you know that inconsistency is not going to get you to where you want to be. So, yeah, you can do it. You definitely can do it. Okay. Okay, making the business a part of your life. A lot of people say, I'm too busy. Life got the best of me. You live your life. Do not let life live you. You have to live the life. You are in control. You have the will, whether you feel like it or not. You actually have the will. You decide how you're going to react to situations. You decide everything, even though you might not feel like it. You really do. You're in control. So I think that's one. Know that you are in control of your life. So life can't do anything to you that you don't allow it to do to you. A part of your life, what does that look like? It looks like it differently for different people, but you have to literally actively work your business. So always have Blitz cards on you or your lanyard. Wait, that's not right. Your lanyard. Always have it so that even if you don't have Blitz cards, you can still Blitz. Or people might even ask you about it because you have it around your neck. And as you go about your day, when you exchange goods and services, start there. So when you exchange goods and services, so when you check out in the checkout line at Walmart, you just say, hey, can I give you a coupon? And do it. Like, get over it. Let it all out because you're going to be nervous and just don't even think about it and just pull out the card. Now, if you're having a problem with blitzing, you need to get with your upline so that they can take you blitzing. Ask them. Just be like, hey, like I'm struggling. When can we go blitzing? And they'll walk you through it. I'm telling you, that'll be great. Go with your sideline. Go with another person in the group. I want to go blitzing today because I need to get out my shell and I need to blitz people. So incorporate into your everyday life. If you're getting on Facebook and you're scrolling, you should be posting. If you can go on there and aimlessly browse, you can post something. So to follow other leaders, follow other top leaders, and copy and paste their stuff and just add your picture. We're one team, one mission. And this is a business that can be duplicated. So duplicate it. It's okay. Like you can steal somebody's status. Like you don't even have to ask. Like just take it. Just copy and paste. And we don't think you're a copycat. Like that's what we do. I do it all the time. All the time. If I don't feel like thinking about something or making something up, I'll just go to another top leader and be like, hey, boo, thanks. Copy, add my picture and the words. Like copy and paste. Like that's what it's all about. Because eventually you'll come up with your own words. But right now, as you're learning, you just copy and paste what they're pasting and just add your face. So honestly, think about it. Like, are you getting on Facebook? Because if you're getting on Facebook, you can post a picture. You should be posting every time you get on Facebook. If you can get on there and see what everybody else is doing, show them what you're doing too. The whole thinking that you're bothering people, people are watching. So even if they are not liking your posts, they're watching. Put up a picture of your kid and see how many likes you get and realize that they're not just seeing that picture of your kid. They saw everything else. Like the fact that they just like that picture of your kid means that they see your post. So be encouraged because everybody, I just started getting likes on my pictures. So I didn't get likes like that as a triple diamond. So it's all good. And most of the likes are from It Works people. They're not even from people who are interested or watching. So yes. Hold on. Okay. Let me make sure there's no questions. Maybe people want me to elaborate a little more. Sorry for the delay. Let me make sure. Nope. Okay. No questions. So try everything. I'm gonna go back to that. So what does it mean to try everything? Like I tried everything and it's not working. What does that mean? I don't think you can. I haven't tried everything. I don't think I have. No, I haven't. So you should refrain from those words. Actually, I learned in school that you should always stay away from absolutes. And because I was a psychology major and did professional counseling. So absolutes in terms of always, never, everything. Because is it really always? Can you think of a time that it didn't happen? And if you can, then you can't say always. So anyways, that's just some personal development type stuff. But think about it. And if you feel like you tried everything, I say contact your upline or your diamond leader so they can help you actually pinpoint and go through everything. Like, are you actually sending your messages? Are you actually following the script when you send your messages? Or are you like deviating because it's uncomfortable? I know that happens a lot. Like, don't deviate. I know it's uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. It's still uncomfortable for me sometimes. But I know it works. And Eric Worre said it. So he's the network marketing professional. So I go with him. Even if you need to fluff it. And always know that it's okay to fluff, but not okay to change. Okay to fluff, but not okay to change. Also, are you posting to your page? Are you sounding like a commercial, or are you actually incorporating the products into your everyday life in terms of using them, which is why we run auto ship, so that you can actually become a product of the product. Because when you, for example, you start your 90-day hair, skin, and nails challenge, you can track your progress. And then once you see it work, you excited, like, man, hair, skin, and nails is the bomb. And then you're genuinely telling everybody about it. At first, you're just excited to take people along the journey with you. So it doesn't matter if you wrapped or not. Who cares? You just say, I'm excited to wrap, and you get your wraps, and then you take them on the journey with you, and then you have your results as well. The more you believe in the product, the more you're able to share it with people genuinely, and people don't think you're selling to them because you know that it works for yourself. So definitely use your product. Use your product. Find your favorite products and use them. I'm excited about the system. Who's on the system? I'm really excited. Like, I get to wrap again tomorrow. So I'm excited to see my results so that I can share them with my customers. Because why should I have my customers be on something that I'm not willing to try? If you're expecting and can't necessarily wrap, there are other products that you can fall in love with. And then you just use other people's stories. So it's like, man, my upline uses hair, skin, and nails. Like, here's her picture. You believe your upline, right? So you're genuinely sharing that you know it works. The product works because you know somebody who's used the product. And so as you learn these things and you connect with other people and you get their results. I mean, I get pictures from other leaders who may have other customers and have other testimonials, and we share them. That's what we do. So definitely post to your page, but also do it in a way where it's not commercial. Yeah, you don't want to be a commercial. You definitely want to invite them into the conversation and make it about them and not about yourself. So you want to make them feel something when they're reading your post, but then also make them believe they can get what you have, or you have something to offer them. What can you offer them, not what can they offer you? You know what I mean? So in terms of a 90-day challenge, what is your 90-day challenge going to do for them, opposed to you needing people to be on the challenge? So you could say you need people, but what are you going to do? Like, not an incentive, but what is this challenge going to do for them? Is it going to help them sleep better? Is it going to help them grow their hair? Whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So definitely use your product. Use it. It makes it so much easier to share with other people. Like, if you never wrapped and you got some wraps at home right now. I don't have any wraps down here. Go get your wraps, cut it open, put it on, sleep in it tonight. Take your before pictures. You need to wrap, and you need to be able to share with other people what the wrap does. So unless you're going to make that 25 to turn your website back on, you need to wrap. You definitely need to wrap. Got a question. What was a day like when you first started? Okay, so talking about the business, working the business full time. I'm going to get to that. Let me write that down because I forget. Okay. Let's see. Balance. Talk about balance. Balance is really important. And then we're going to move along to self-development. But balance is important, and it can be a tricky thing. It can be really tricky because sometimes people fully submerge, and as a result, it might cause issues with family and spouses and things like that. You probably need to have a conversation with your spouse and figure out what is okay, right? You might want to explain to them what you're trying to do and set up what's okay. So like 7 to 8, I work my business, or I'll get up an hour early, or I have meetings on this day, or I have parties on this day. You just guys have the communication is very important. It's going to be very important with everybody involved in your circle who is important, because if not, you might lose the balance of family time versus business time. Now, I will tell you that you also have to be willing to sacrifice. So in terms of TV, like TV is, it depends on how bad you want it. I watch TV, but it's all DVR'd. I rarely ever watch TV. I mean, granted, sometimes sit down and watch TV. Like, give yourself a moment to breathe. But you shouldn't be sitting down watching TV every day. You shouldn't be playing games every day, because when you're playing games, you can be becoming better in your business. I think that it's really important to decide what exactly you want. A lot of times, you're going to get what you put in. So whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. It's cliche. We know that. But it's serious. Like, if you put in 2-3 hours a week, you're probably not going to get out what you want to unless your warm market is popping. And then once your warm market is not popping anymore, it's going to be a rude awakening. So find a balance, find a healthy balance between everything so that you can maintain your sanity. You want to maintain your sanity, but you also want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. So making sure that kind of have to lose the spirit of laziness and give up a few things, because that sacrifice is what's going to get you to where you want to be. So if you can't sacrifice TV, then, on the other end, if the TV was more important than your why, then you're not going to really see the results that you want. Does that make sense? Like, it's sacrificing a lot, but it just depends on you. So for example, for me, sacrificing TV, I've sacrificed sleep, but that's the world of an entrepreneur. And I really didn't understand it at first. But once you want it bad enough, you realize that sleep is just not that. I mean, it is important. I take it back. It's important, but it wasn't, not sleeping extra naps and things like that. But sacrificing girls' night out, sacrificing, I don't know. I used to like reading fictional books. I don't read them anymore. I'm just reading personal development books. So your sacrifice might look different. So you have to figure out what you're willing to give up so that you can put more time into your business so that you can get the result that you're looking for. Okay, now personal development. Personal development is everything. It's almost as important as your why. It's almost as important as your why. Why? Because if we're not getting better as you begin to progress, you won't understand things. And so, for example, when you come in and you read Go Pro, your mind is opened to so much that somebody who has not read Go Pro has. So when you start dealing with things, you're going to be able to deal with them differently than that person over here that's never read Go Pro, because they don't understand. It opens up your understanding to so many different things. Like, I'm reading a book on vulnerability, and I never knew there was that much to know about vulnerability and how being vulnerable could change the way I see things in life. I would never know that. And when I'm dealing with situations and I'm not being vulnerable, like, I wouldn't know that I can make that situation better if I wasn't reading a book on vulnerability. So it just opens up your perspective on everything and just helps you become a better person. You need to be a better person for where you're trying to go. You have to constantly become better. We have to constantly learn in order to reach the heights that we want to go. No limits. In order to reach the heights that we want to go. So you always want to be reading something. Even if you're just reading a page a day, be reading something. I think Eric Worre said, if you read 5 minutes a day, or is it 5 pages? 5 pages a day. If you could lock that in. And it's hard sometimes. So you might want to set an alarm. I know Sam does an alarm where she has to read 30 minutes every night. I think it's really good to submerge and try to read without distractions. But I mean, you could put your book in the bathroom when you use the bathroom. My granddaddy got a magazine rack in the bathroom. Put your book in the bathroom. And when you go into the bathroom, even if you're not going, sit there and read your 5 pages in the morning or at night. Just make it a priority so that you can become better, because whenever God blesses you with everything that he's going to bless you with, you want to be able to keep it. You want to be able to maintain it. You want to be in the position to receive everything that he gives you. So you have to constantly become better and constantly grow. As we grow, we're able to help and look at things differently. So personal development is really, really important. Let's see if I got any questions. Let me look. Sorry guys for the pausing. I just want to make sure. Okay, explain the upline, downline, sideline. Okay, yes. All right, let me go through some of you guys' things before I finish off. But okay, so in the world of full-time, when I first started, I was lost, of course, because I didn't have an upline. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what my day was supposed to look like. It was weird. Like back when I first started full-time, I was completely out of it. I used to watch daytime television at the time it came on. Partied on the weekend, had to work around wine like once a week. It was horrible. I wasn't really making the best out of my time, but I didn't really know what exactly my time was supposed to look like. So what did I do in turn? Somebody who's full-time in the business, you know, they say your calendar makes your paycheck. That's legit. You should be meeting with everybody on your team or meeting with your up. So for example, if you don't have a team and you're full-time, you should be meeting with your upline once a week, face-to-face. If they're in town. I mean, even if they're not in town, you could do a face-to-face on FaceTime or Hangouts every single week, every week, because you have no reason not to. You should plan a blitz day. If you don't have a team, if you do have a team, plan one-to-ones with them. Plan one-to-ones with them. You should be getting out the house. Becoming active helps you a lot because you'll see people. So working out was one thing that I would do, and I would actually go out the house to work out so that I could, and I had a membership, but I used to work out outside. It's kind of cold right now. But I would meet people. I would meet people where I was going to work out, and I would blitz them. I would make myself open my mouth and blitz them because I needed to grow my business, and it was just me holding myself accountable. What else did I used to do? Just getting out the house. That's going to be number one. Get out the house. Don't stay in the house. Do not stay in the house, because staying in the house will hinder everything, because you're not, unless you're allotting specific times on social media where you're building your business. But again, you still want to get out the house. You want to have a balance. So have set times for certain things, and also don't overexert yourself. So don't put yourself, again, that balance, really important. You want to put in some regular things like, whatever it may be that you do. I don't know. Put work in a regular schedule so that you're not overexerting yourself. I hope that helps some. You just want to put yourself on a schedule. So you want a schedule. So I meet my upline this time once a week, whether it changes or not. I go to the gym this time, and I'm going to hold myself accountable to actually blitz people when I'm going out the house. I run errands, and when I run errands, I have my blitz card, so then I'm able to build my business and get new friends and things like that. I have a set time that I send messages and I follow up with people, that I contact loyal customers, that I check declines, things like that. You want to have a set schedule, and then you want to follow it. Okay. Now, more clarification on the whole sideline, upline, downline thing. So what is an upline? An upline is it could be several people depending on where you are. So upline is anybody on your chart that is above you in your direct leg. So you might want to ask the person who enrolled you, and they can explain it to you better. So the person who enrolled you might not necessarily be your direct upline. So those are your upline. Your uplines are all the people who are in your leg that are above you. Sidelines are, and anybody in the team can be a sideline sister. However, direct sidelines are people who are on the same line as you. Again, ask your upline or the person who enrolled you, because this is not probably going to sound like jibber jabber. So sideline, for example, my front line, I have more than 5 people in my front line. But the ones that are all on the same line are all sidelines. So I'm going to use Breon's front line, for example. So on Breon's front line is Toya, Larissa, Erica, Crystal, and Ashley. So they're all in the same line. That's what a sideline is. What else? Downline. So downline is everybody who's in your downline. So if you log into eSuite and you go to Volume Total by Distributor or Organizational Explorer or whatever, everybody's name is in your downline. So every distributor that's down there is in your downline, meaning you should be reaching out to all of them, and what you do and what they do affects you. So honestly, if anybody is in your downline, please, 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 please reach out to them, because you're making money off of them. Being cordial enough to at least just reach out and see if there's anything that you can do to help them, connect with them, because they can change your life. Like, they could literally change your life. I don't care if you enrolled them or not. They can change everything. It starts with one. I know I shared a quote in the group the other day. It really is about, sometimes people, it's just about the right opportunity or the right moment and the right person coming into your organization. You might not even enroll that person and they completely change everything you knew about this business. That's why I said, give us a year, because you never know what God has in store. You never know who he's going to bring into your organization that's going to change everything. So please go in eSuite tonight and go to Volume Total by Distributor and look at all those distributors and write their names down. You can get their number out of eSuite and just say, hey, like, hi, I'm such and such. If you never introduce yourself to your downline, and let them know that you're here, because at the end of the day, like, you are making a profit off of them if they're doing something. So, yeah. Really important. Very important. Make sure I have said everything. You can't let your why be your why not. Okay? Can't. It can be. Can't. They don't. It's either one or the other. It's either the why not or the why. So, for example, if your why is your kids, and I don't know per se, it might be what you need to do for your kids. But if your why is your kids can't be the reason why you can't come to stuff. Your kids can't be the reason why you can't do stuff. Just like you get a sitter when you want to go to the club or when you want to go out with your friends, you have to prioritize your business the same way. Like, drop the club and decide, I'm gonna pick this business meeting over the club this week. So, I'm not saying don't go to the club, period. But if you got one sitter and you got to pick between the club and your business meeting, pick your business meeting. I'm telling you, that club ain't gonna do much for your pockets like the business meeting is. So, or getting you to where you want to be. Think about it like that. So, utilize your resources well, and then also bring your kids. Like, if they're off the chain, we'll work with it. Eventually, as they come around, they'll become accustomed to those type of situations. If you never bring them, how can they know how to be in those situations? They don't know because they've never been there. So bring them and we'll work with it. If I have to step away and babysit, I've done it. So I want you to be able to get whatever resources you need. So do it. Don't let them be your why not. Don't. If you need to provide for your kids can't be the reason why you can't do anything. You have to work through it. Ask for suggestions. A lot of us have kids. So ask for some type of suggestions so that we can help you still get what you need and move forward. Now, if it's money, your money can't be your why and your why not. And money shouldn't be your why no way. But some people have money. It has their why. But if you broke, that can't be the reason why you can't work your business. Because, right, you need to make money. So you can't not work it because that's your why. That don't make sense. So you have to realize that, sometimes my auto ship was the last thing in my account, like literally my last 105, 96 or whatever it was. But I knew that 4 wraps were coming and my business was that important because my why was big and I needed to get paid and I need my business to keep building so that I can get to where I want it to be and get to my goal. So I'm going to wrap 4 people so that I can continue to build my business. Because blitz, wrap, repeat. As you wrap more people, you get more customers. As you get more customers, you might even get referrals. You might get parties. You might get, it helps you grow everything. So you have to be wrapping people. Now, who can you wrap? You can start off with, you want to consistently post and let people know you have wraps in stock and that they can get wrapped by you for $25 or can get the 4 for $59 as a loyal customer. But then ask people, when you're blitzing them, I have wraps now. They're only $25. Do you want me to wrap you now? Yes, you can do it. It's not pushy. It's just you being assertive. You can be assertive and not pushy. Don't mix assertiveness with being aggressive and pushy. It's not the same. It might feel like it. It definitely will feel like it. I'm not even gonna lie. It might feel like it, but as you do it and you get used to it, or your upline is right there, or your sideline, or whoever is there to support you, you'll get more comfortable in doing it. Make sure I have no questions. Okay. One more thing that I want to go over is, okay, setting goals. So we write those goals in the group for a reason. Make sure that you're putting your goals out there and make sure that they are attainable. You know, you want your goals to be SMART. You remember, y'all remember that from school? You want it to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. Ooh, go Rachel. You want it to be time sensitive. So you need to set a time for it. So if it's your January goals, your goal is to January 31st, or if you're making it earlier, that's fine. But you want it to be smart. You want to make sure that you can measure it. So how will you know that you reached your goal? You want to make sure it's something that you can actually do. Like, can you go diamond in a month? If you have it in you, like, but make sure it's something that you can really do. That's realistic. It's something that's that you're really going to be able to do. So if you know that you want to go Ruby and you have one box filled, and you need to fill 4, that means that one person needs to bring in 2, and you need to bring in 2, or you are bringing 4 distributors. So your messages should be like 50 a day, because how are you going to get those people to sign by the 15th in order to get the volume to increase yourself so that you can actually go Ruby? So make sure that they are realistic. And sometimes it's good to kind of run them by your upline and your one-to-one, and ask what they think. You know, you can think crazy. I think crazy a lot. Like I do. And some people think I'm crazy because of how crazy my goals are at times. But if you believe that you're going to put in the work ethic to make it happen, there's nothing wrong with having goals like that, because it's realistic. And I believe it's attainable because I'm going to work my butt off to make it happen. So if you're like that, then go for it. Like, don't let anybody tell you anything different. But it's really important to put them out there. Like, I know you guys saw the picture, some didn't. I wrote on my wall, I mean, my mirror, I am ambassador, because I am. And I have something right here on my thing. I'm ambassador, top 75. I actually want to be top 50. Actually, bring me to the top 10. But, you know, write your goals down. Write them down. Write them down. Let's see. Anything else? So, again, people who are coming back, go pay that $20 right now. Log in, pay it. If you back, let your actions always speak louder than your words. I'm gonna tell you, even for me, sometimes it's like, man, you gotta stop talking. Like, you're talking too much. Like, you have to just start doing. You have to put in work. Like, your words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing if you don't have action to back them. So sometimes it's better to not even talk. Put your goals out there and then put in work. Like, don't even talk about it. Just be about it. So if you're saying you're back, you need to go pay that $20 now or on payday. And then you need to, you got to pay your $20 first, and then you can set your auto ship back up. So as soon as you pay that $20, you need to figure it out. Like, figure it out how you're going to run that auto ship, because that's you stepping out on faith and deciding that I'm back. If you have wraps, because 9 times out of 10 you do, from all the auto ships in the past, start wrapping people. Reach out to everybody that you were talking to before you quit. It's okay. There's still connects. Hopefully no one else is signing. Sometimes that happens. So reach back out. Just be like, hey, I'm back. I apologize. It's kind of good sometimes to apologize, because, you know, you quit. And honestly, they probably was like, I told you so. You know, like, you proven right. You proven right. You gave it like 2 months, a month, 1 auto ship. You was like, peace. I'm not making no money. So for me, if I can help you guys out a little bit, when I was building my business, I was Rap Cash driven, because I knew it was going to take some time to build up my residual income. And my first check was like $24. And I was excited. I was like, $24. And I got a bonus. Like, yeah, I saw a little breakdown. I was like, I got bonus. That was cool. But I knew that wasn't going to pay no bills. So I was rapping people like crazy. Like, can I get a rap appointment? You got referral? Like, you know, if I want to get rap, like, I wanted the Rap Cash. I was going to get those raps off my hands, because at the end of the day, I had a why. And even though this residual income is not built up right now, because it takes a while, in the world of network marketing, it takes a while. You have to build your team. You have to build your business. You have to build your customer base. But that Rap Cash is always there. So if you need some money, you have raps, you got money. I probably got about $700 upstairs. So you always have money. You just have to rap people. And how do you do that? You blitz, you rap, you repeat. You just do it over and over and over again. You stay excited. Even when people tell you no. If somebody tells you no and you're pissed off, like, call your upline. Just call and be like, I just need to vent for 5 seconds. And you guys can laugh about it and go on to the next person. It is frustrating. I get mad sometimes. Like, it's funny. My son and I will talk about it. If somebody tells me no, he'll be like, oh, that's sad, because she has no idea. And it's like, you're right. It is sad. Like, just remind me. And know that your kids are watching too. They watch everything that you do. So they're going to follow you. They're going to go off your lead. They're going to, if you get mad, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to be used to, or they're being taught that that's how you react to rejection. But you don't want to teach them that, right? You want to teach them that you go on to the next one. Like, it's okay. Like, we'll get the next one, you know? And you have, even if you don't feel that way, you have to encourage yourself. Let's see. See if we got any more questions. Does anybody have any questions? Did you guys want to, any questions? Anything else you guys like me to cover? Talk to me. Some good books to read. I am GoPro. So if you haven't read it, read it now. Listen to it in your car. Get that audio. It's in the group. Listen to it on your commute back and forth to work or anywhere. Just listen to it in the car. Definitely get GoPro in your system. Get it in your system. You need it. Everybody needs to read it. And then from there, I really suggest you may go more over the Facebook as a commercial. Let's see. I love Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like, I'm obsessed with it because it opened my mind, not just to network marketing, but to a different way of life and a different way of thinking in terms of what we do and the traditional 9 to 5. It's, oh my gosh, it's such an eye opener and so good. Like, you could sit down and just read it. I love Rich Dad Poor Dad. But then from there, I really suggest focusing on what areas you need to work on most. A lot of times I suggest that people go to Barnes & Noble or Books A Million or whatever and go to the personal development section and look around. Like, there are so many personal development books and you can figure out what works best for you. Like, when I grabbed that vulnerability book, like, it's probably, I don't know, it might not be something that you need to work on. Like, it might, but it might not be. So let's figure out what exactly you need to grow, area you need to grow in, and then you can read a book based on that. And it doesn't have to be a boring book. Like, there's a lot of really interesting personal development books that'll keep you engaged and that'll help you grow and learn. Oh, yes, Facebook. You want to make sure that you're being positive. Always. Refrain from the negativity. Like, refrain. Like, just don't do it. Don't do it. Like, you could have a superstar watching you and you put, okay, my brain just went really bad. Like, I've seen some bad statuses, but I don't know, you could share a picture of a fight. Like, a video of a fight. You could share, you pissed me off, or people are always a disappointment, just being negative. And they like, I don't want to be associated with her because how is she going to help me be better? And she's so negative, you know? So what I do is I put a twist on it. So if I really feel like I need to say something, or this is a growing or pivotal moment for me, I'm going to make it positive. So change whatever negative thing you're going through and encourage yourself. And as you encourage yourself, like, for example, you can never depend on other people. I mean, put up a status about you can always depend on Jesus. I don't know, make it something positive, not negative. Plus, they don't deserve to even be on your status. Like, why are they that important that you're going to give them a whole status? That you just gave them so much attention. You just gave that situation, that negative situation, so much attention when that's not enhancing your life by any means. Like, it's taken away from it right now. Like, it's a distraction. So make it positive, encourage yourself, and 9 times out of 10, you will be encouraging somebody else, and they're going to be like, man, like, thanks. Cause I'm thinking negatively right now. Like, I'm thinking like, she ain't nothing and you bogus. We not friends, but you just put up a status saying this, and it made me just change the way I looked at the situation because you're so positive, you know. And then it'll also attract positive people to you instead of the negative ones. It won't draw negative attention to you. So regardless of what you're dealing with, make sure that you're encouraging yourself and not being a pessimist or making yourself look bad, because why would they want to join your team? And your personal development will help with that. I'm telling you, it will. It'll help. It'll help you look at it differently, so you don't think that, because I'm telling you, go back 10 years on my Facebook and you might be like, who is this Rachel? Like, oh, thank God for Jesus and that I'm not like that anymore. But you definitely want to grow and be positive. Don't rant. Just don't do it. Call your friend. Call somebody. Call your mom. Just don't put it on Facebook. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anything else? You guys sure? I want to make sure I have everything for people who are relaunching. Like, do you feel like you have some type of direction? Your relaunch party. Hey, you need to do a relaunch party. So you can either do a personal one where you're doing like a launch party, or you need to, and within your first 30 days of coming back, at least one, or you can have somebody host one for you. But get out there, plug in all the events and get out there. Put yourself out there, jump right in. Like I said, don't wait, jump right in, both feet, not one. Jump right in. Get back on the group, commenting. What is this on my lip? Been talking too long. I need some water. Brianne, do you have anything? Sorry, y'all laughing at me. You don't have anything? Okay. I think I'm gonna end. Let me check Facebook one more time. And let's see. Okay, I don't see anything. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and hopefully you guys feel more confident with coming back. It's a big season. Like, oh my gosh. You should be so excited. Like, conference is in less than 30 days, and oh, this is the time. This is the time. This is going to be huge. And so I'm so excited that you decided to come back, because things are about to take off and you need to be a part of it, and you need to take everybody you can along with you. Let this be the start of your year. This is your year, and you're not going to quit during the slow seasons, because you know that this time of the year comes around. There are different seasons in business. It just is. You can't quit when it gets hard. You can't, because when it gets hard, like I said before, is when you get your breakthrough. So stop quitting. Take quitting off the table. You can't quit. You can't slow down, because sometimes slowing down is quitting. So whatever quitting is for you, you can't do it. Take it off of the table. Once you take it off the table, there is no way to fail. We tell you, if you don't quit, you can't fail. And slowing down and not doing stuff is quitting. So take it off of the table. And let's make this year the bomb, because baby, it's coming. So set yourself up, help as many people as you can, because you want to put yourself in the right position. Because when he starts bringing out these things that are life changing, you want to be a part of it. You want to get it. So put some urgency into it to come back full force. So if you came back today or yesterday or whenever, you need to be at 400 box by the end of the month. How do you do that? Blitz, wrap, repeat, and run that auto ship. Run your auto ship and get those 4 loyal customers. Push the loyal customer referrals. Party. At your party, sign people up as loyal customers. Blitz, wrap, repeat. You can do it. You can so do it. A 400 box should be done by everybody every single month. You can do it. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace out.